Good morning, friends. This is Rahul Sharma, a Vedic practitioner from Chicago, a student disciple of Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, Mata Bhagwati Devi Sharma, and today I am releasing my 46th video on the Rishis of Vedic foundation and their traditions and contribution to make this Indian culture a unique culture. The video number is 46, and the collection for this video is taken from Shanti Kunj, Gayatri Gyan Mandir in Chicago, Gurudev's own Amritvani in his audio file, and some information from the chat GPT. Today I will be just first telling you how the Indian culture was really founded, who were the main rishis who contributed towards it. Rishi word is similar to a spiritual scientist. These are the people who went to Himalayas or some isolated place without any disturbance and then just observed the nature, and then they got the self-revelation about many other things. And every Rishi has different contribution. That's the reason we're going to talk about all of them. But Rishi word actually means spiritual scientist. They didn't have the lab, but the lab was the entire nature in the Himalayas or in the forest or in the cages. So there are multiple rishis and munis which happen. So I'm just going to first read the names. So Atri Rishi, Angiras Rishi, Bhagirath Rishi, Bharadwaj Rishi, Gautam Rishi, Kashyap Rishi, Narad Muni, Parshuram, Patanjali, Vashist Rishi, Ved Vyasa Rishi, Vishwamitra Rishi, Yajnavalkya Rishi, and then overall for 20th century Yug Rishi, Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, my Gurudev. So I have just put them into alphabetical order because I don't know who came first and who came later on, but the alphabetical order is going to explain you. So to understand, so many people have contributed the Indian culture or Vedic culture. So let's understand in the same alphabetical order. Atri Rishi, that's the image is available there, and he is one of the founder sage of Vedanta philosophy. Since no one knows the biological father, we call them their son of the Brahma. The Brahma is nothing but the energy which is creating new thing all the time. So that's the Brahma. So the son of Brahma, and Satya Anusuya was his wife. You can have many stories there, and he was the father of Chandrama, Dattatreya, Durvasa, who believed to possess the quality of Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. And he authored large number of hymns available in various literature of Indian culture. And Ayodhya King Lord Sri Ram and his wife and brother Lakshman, they visited his ashram during that time of the Ramayana. So that's the three Rishis, and you can find reference there. The second Rishi we're going to talk about is the Angiras Rishi. The Angiras Rishi pictures looks like this, and he is again considered son of the Brahma, and Surupa was his wife, and he was father of Uthai, Samarvartana, and Brihaspati. He author is the Atharv Samhita and many of the hymns of the Rig Veda. So all the Vedas, what we know, only 4 Vedas and Ved Vyasa is written, but the contribution comes from various Rishi. So Angiras Rishi has also authored many of the hymns of the Rig Veda, and the Arthav Samhita, not Arthav Ved, but Arthav Samhita has been authored by Angiras Rishi. And then the Bhagirath Rishi. So Bhagirath Rishi was a king before he became a Rishi who performed the intense penance to bring the Ganges river to earth, to cleanse the ashes of his ancestors and provide them the moksha. His ancestors had been reduced to ashes due to the curse of sage Kapila. This may be a mythological story, but we all know how Ganges has been brought into the earth in the Haridwar area. The Bhagirath penance pleased Lord Brahma, who granted him a boon that Bhagirath requested the Ganga or Ganges descend to the earth to purify the ashes of his ancestors. Both agreed, but he warned that Ganges' descent could be destroying many things. So then Lord Shiva offered the help to originate through his hair. That's the story about the Bhagirath Rishi, and we'll talk about that, how it's contributed here. Then the Bharadwaj Rishi. The Bharadwaj Rishi is again, he contributed a lot as one of the Saptarishi in the Vedic lifestyle through his ashram. He is son of Brihaspati and Uthaya, and Sushila was his wife, and he gave birth to Garga, Drona, and Ilavida. He authored the Rig Veda, and he also put this Sahita, Charak Sahita into the place. Now let's talk about the Gautam Rishi. The Gautam Rishi is one of the founder again, son of Brahma. He was born 600 years before Christ in Himalayas, and Sati Ahilya was his wife, and who also partnered with him, Sati Ahilya, with his sermons and setup of religious policy. He is the father of the Shatananda, and he was the inventor of the justice, chemical, and the elements. And he was the guru of Mata Sita, the princess of Mithila, before Sita got married to Ram. Now, a few things you must have already observed that all the rishis, they were all married, they all have children. So the true meaning what Gurudev also has mentioned is to become a rishi or a sannyasi, you don't have to quit your family. You need to do the work together as a family, living in a grahast ashram, and then you can still do lot of good work along with your wife. And that's the example you're seeing in every single rishi, all the way we're going to go towards there. Then the Kashyap Rishi. The Kashyap Rishi is son of Marichi and Kala. Aditi was his wife, and he gave birth to Aditya, Indra, and many more kids. I don't have the name available. It is believed that the name Kashmir is named after the Kashyap Rishi, and he authored the Smriti Granth, and then his guru of the Parsuram and Ram. And Parsuram also will be coming here. Believe he was, incarnated as Vasudev, the father of the Krishna. So that's the story about the Kashyap Rishi. The Narad Muni, we all have heard many things about Narad Muni. He is one of the founder sage of Vedanta philosophy, often depicted as a wandering sage, musician, and the storyteller. He was the mind-born son of Lord Brahma, and Narad is mentioned in both the Ramayana and Mahabharata. He is normally famous because of musical talent by playing the veena, and his music is said to have the power to elevate the soul and invoke the devotion in the human being. He is also considered as a messenger and the advisor. He played the role of messenger and advisor in various Hindu mythological stories, and he was considered to be a conduit between the gods and the human being, delivering messages or guidance in the divine realm. Then the Parshuram. The Parshuram, we all have heard the story that he has an axe with him to eradicate all the Asurs. So Parshuram was born as the son of Jamdagni, a sage of the Briku lineage, and Renuka in the region around the Western Ghats, particularly in the present-day Kerala, India. The axe or the Parshu or the Farsa, he received his name from the weapon he really wields, a Parshu or axe, which he received a boon from Lord Shiva after performing the intense penance, and Lord Shiva blessed him with the axe and also taught him the art of warfare. He was guru of the Bhishma, a character in the Mahabharata. In terms of contribution, cleansing the earth was his major thing. According to the mythology, the Parsuram was instrumental in cleaning the earth from the corrupt and the oppressive Kshatri rulers. He is said to have waged against them to uphold the Dharma. So that's what the role of the Parsuram with his Farsa, Kolari, axe, whatever you call it. Then we have Patanjali. The Patanjali Rishi is the one who authored the Yoga Sutras and Ashtanga Yoga. So Patanjali's system of yoga as Ashtanga Yoga, which consists of 8 limbs of steps, and of course you can find detail anywhere there. But Yama is for ethical restraint, Niyam is for observance, Asana is for postures, Pranayam is the breath control, and Pratyahara is withdrawal of the senses, Dharana is the concentration, and Dhyana is the meditation, and the Samadhi. And then he's also considered as a grammarian associated with the Mahabhasya, a common Panini Sanskrit grammar. This is what contribution from the Rishi Patanjali. Then we have Vashist Rishi, one of the son of Mitra, Varun, and Urvashi. and Arundhati was his wife, again married character, and he gave birth to Shakti, Chitraketu, Surusis, Virajas, Mitra, and Albana. And what he contributed to the Vedic culture is he authored Yog Vashist, Vashist Samhita, and some version of the Agni Puran and the Vishnu Puran. So that's the contribution from the Vashist Rishi. He was also a royal guru of the Surya Vansh family. Okay, and the instrumental in blessing King Dashrath when Dashrath was not having children. Vashist Rishi was the one who asked him to do the Putreshti Yagna. With Putreshti Yagna, Dashrath was blessed with the four children. So that was Guru Vashist who really helped them. And he was the master of the Kamdhenu cow, which is also again considered as a mythological character in Vedic culture. Then Ved Vyas. Most of you have heard Ved Vyas name as the number one Rishi who has really contributed for all the Ved and Puran writing in terms of the available literature today using the Ganesh to write down the dictation from his mouth. He was son of the sage Parashara and a fisherman woman named Satyavati. He comes from the lineage of Vyas descendants, including the Kuru dynasty, as he is the grandfather of the Pandavas and the Kauravas. His disciples include Sumantra Paila, Jamini, and many more who were instrumental in preserving and spreading the Vedic knowledge. As we all have heard in our schools, colleges, that Ved Vyas is the one who authored all the Vedas into current form, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, and 18 Puran. So that's why Ved Vyas is one of the most heard name. You might have heard that. Then we have Rishi Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra considered as in son of the Brahma. Menka was his wife, one of the most beautiful Apsara from the heaven, and he is the father of Madhu, Chanda, Akshata, and Shurshepa, a valiant warrior and the great grandson of King Kush. What he really mastered or initiated was the Gayatri Mantra. Vishwamitra is always considered as the guru of the Gayatri Mantra because he was the one who did that kind of penance. And most of the mandalas of the Rig Veda is being authored by Vishwamitra Rishi. He is also the official guru of Lord Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, and Shatrughan. And his location of the penance is the current location of Shanti Kuj Ashram, which I will talk more about it. That is the place where Vishwamitra did all his tapasya there. Then we have Rishi Yajnavalkya. As the name says, he is the founder of all the Yagna therapy and other thing. And Maitreyi was his wife, and he the central figure in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad and Yajurveda, which is one of the four Vedas. Yajvan is also known as Yajnavalkya or Yajnavalkya. Actually, with the Veda reflected his role in preserving and transferring the knowledge related to the Yagnas. He authored the Yajnavalkya Smriti or Yagna Smriti, a legal and ethical treatise, and this provides the guidance on the dharma, what is right, what is wrong, what is duties, what is righteous, and any social and legal matters. Now let's talk about all in ones, all the rishis what I talk about, and how all the work has been done by one single person in 20th century, whom I was fortunate to meet, and many of you can either still watch his YouTube videos, audios, and you can really feel the presence of all those thousands of years have come through those rishis. In his own audio voice, which I will provide the link maybe next to the video publication. You can watch that if you understand Hindi. He has disclosed all this thing there, that how he was called by his masters in Himalaya to meet the astral body of all those rishis. That's why he could talk in terms of the connection from the telepathy and got all the knowledge what the work they have done and how he can brought that work into today's world in 20th century. So I was fortunate to really visit multiple times his ashram and could feel that kind of thing. So just to get more information about the current rishi, which anybody can remember now, he was born on September 20th, 1911, born in Awalkheda, Agra. You can go visit his birthplace. His master is Himalayan yogi Swami Sarveshwaranandji, and he transitioned his physical body to the astral body on June 2nd, 1990. I met him in 1989, so I was just fortunate. He was son of the Pandit Rup Kishore Sharma and Mata Dhan Kumari Devi, and Mata Bhagavati Devi Sharma was his wife, who also contributed a lot after his birth. So, along with all those 13 rishis, and this, you have proven that along with the family, you all have to follow the Grahast ashram, do all your duties, and then you can do the work for the society in Javan Prasthi. And he is given birth to Shail Jiji, whom you can still go and meet in Shanti Kunj Ashram, and Shail Jiji's husband, Dr. Pranab Pandya. And then their son also, now Dr. Shimna Pandya, is available. So these are all current, which you cannot deny or decline as a story. During his trip to Himalayas, he was told the exact location where all the Saptarishi were doing their penance, and because of that, the Ganga split into the seven dharas or seven streams. That particular land, Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya purchased in, I think, 1972. That time it was just like a mud or daldal, but then he converted them into a beautiful ashram now, which is currently known as Shanti Kuj Ashram, and all the pending work from all the rishis he has completed there in one lifetime. So let me just summarize you with that. So what Ved Vyasa has done, he did the similar thing of taking all the four Vedas and all the 18 Purans and all the Brahman and Sahitas, and then translated them, cleaned them into simple Hindi with logical analysis. There were many shlokas were moved and changed and altered at the time of the Mughal Samaraj, which he fixed because he was given the direct guidance from his master from the Himalayas. So that's the role of Ved Vyasa he played by making you available right now and available even online, or you can purchase those very easily in understandable Hindi and translate to many other languages. Like Bhagirath Rishi, who brought the Ganges to the India, Bhagirath Rishi, he brought the Gyan Ganga, because that was we really need. We don't need to dip into a water and then think that we have been cleaned. All the Gyan Ganga about the Vedic culture, he authored 3,400 books on personal, family, and social revolution, and you are getting these videos from his books only. So all the Gyan Ganga has become the part of the Bhagirath Rishi. Like Vishwamitra, he gave the rebirth to Gayatri Mantra, which was almost kind of a dead. Not many people were knowing about it. Not many people were talking about it because there was so much of misconception that ladies cannot chant Gayatri Mantra, and priests will not speak it loudly, and a lot of misconception which he brought up, and he gave rebirth to Gayatri Mantra by doing himself 24 Mahapurush. Mahapurush means chanting of Gayatri Mantra 2.4 million times in an year, and he did this for 24 years and then continued to have Gayatri Mantra. And you can imagine the power in this place of Shantikun, where so much of Gayatri Mantra has been chanted, what Vishwamitra had done in the same location, Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya had done in the same location. So that's the role of the Vishwamitra he played, and now today Gayatri Mantra is very common, very popular in any YouTube videos and all the pictures, and every single house you will find Gayatri Mantra there. Now, like Patanjali Rishi, he re-established the yoga under the name of Pragya Yoga, and he also has established the DSBV University, where the people can do PhD in yoga and re-establish the yoga part there. Like Parshuram, who used the axe to do the revolution and kill all the unjustful Kshatriyas or rulers who were not really following the Dharma work, he used the Vichar Kranti. Vichar Kranti means thought revolution, to change the bad thoughts of the people through the artists, through the politicians, through the Buddhijivi or the intellectual people, and through the emotional people. He used this Vichar Kranti Abhiyan to make that transformation happening in the world, and you can feel that. Like Yajnavalkya Rishi, he re-established the study of Yagna at the Brahma Varshasva Research Center in Shantigunj. You can go, you can look into all these equipments, you can get the data from their scientists there, and you can understand how the Yagna, which has given the four sons to Dashrath, like Ram, Lakshman, Shatrughan, The Yajna therapy can really help you in physical, mental health, and the containing the environment pollution. So that was the role of Yajnavalkya, Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya's place. Now, like Yamdagni, what Yamdagni has done? Yamdagni has established the ashram vyavastha, where he was creating parivarjak. Parivarjak means the people who learn the Vedic philosophy and then go out, wander in different places, different cities, different countries, and spread the message. Same thing is happening in Shantingunj today. They have 9 days training center, they have 1 month training, they have 3 months training center, where you can take the training about the Vedic culture, about the Gayatri Mantra, about the Yajna, about all the sanskars, all the rituals, and then people are establishing Gayatri and Yajna, two strong pillars of Indian culture around the world, and holding the torch of the Vedic culture. I am one of them. I took multiple trainings in Shantikunj during 89 to 1992. Like Narad Muni, he established the musical training center in Shantikunj, and people write the lyrics of all the bhajans, which are very meaningful, which can elevate the souls of the human being, and which can also educate the illiterate mass who cannot read Vedas or Purans or other books. Just by listening to those bhajans and understanding that with the music, they can get that kind of shraddha and bhavna, and they can really uplift themselves with the astrological spiritual path of it. So this is the very useful information. I think even I am elevated to do this exercise and collecting all those data points for the last almost 3 weeks or so. Some of the action items for all of you: know about our ancestors, scientists, and the current work continued by Guru Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya to take advantage of understanding. Definitely plan a family trip to Shanti Kunj, Haridwar, and visit the Saptarishi temple, which they have established right in the same complex, Devatma Himalaya, because you don't have to visit the real Himalaya under the difficult conditions. You can have the same benefit in Devatma Himalaya and Shantigunj. You can visit Gayatri temple, you can visit Akhand Deepak, under which Gurudev has done the 24 Mahapurushan of 2.4 million chanting of Gayatri month. You can visit Ganga as a river. You can also visit Burma Varshashwa Research Center, and then Yagyashala, and then religious university like Takshila and Nalanda in our past. You can visit DSVB. So that's the benefit you should definitely have in your to-do list in next few years, and then see how you can make it a continuous way. They begin your real spiritual journey. So far you might already be spiritual, that's why you're watching this video, but in a proper way you want to start your spiritual journey. I will say you visit Chantikunj, the land of 7 Rishis, where millions of Gayatri mantras were chanted by thousands of years by all those Rishis, Vishwamitra and Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya. Take a proper diksha of Gayatri mantras, and then performing the puja for your Devastapna and Vedastapna at your home when you revisit your home again. And then if you have time, take training either on Pragya Yoga, meditation, music, or performing rituals as per your interests and contribution to the society as a Gayatri Parijan or Parivarjak like Yamdagni. These are some of those things which you can correlate from past thousands of years to current, which is available for you at a very ease without going to real Himalayas. You can get all those things getting done. Now, as a departing message, be a Vedic practitioner, learn, adopt, and practice the secrets of success written in 3400 books by Gurudev. Stay successful and happy and help others making this world and heaven. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to watch my next video and learn to promote, because right now I'm seeing the viewership is reach only up to 100. And there's so much of work has been done by Gurudev and many people. It should really spread out to millions of people to take advantage of that. So I will highly encourage, do not forget the concept of 9 planets who rotate in 12 rashis, and that gives you a number of 108, which you do in your mantra jap. You can do the real way by promoting these videos and Vedic culture to 9 new families and ask them to invite 12 new families in their house for Gayatri Yajna, which anybody from Gayatri Parivar can do at no cost to your house or maybe online. That's why you can promote at least 108 people in every year. If you do it every single year, guess what? In 10 years, you will be impacting thousands of families, and in thousands of families chanting Gayatri Mantra in a year, you're definitely going to get punya out of it. With this, thank you everyone.